Yeah, so they swapped on Win to
Yep.
Val. So this is like the third Gauntlet legend that they're going through.
We'll see how the orb goes. Orb is a very, very nice weapon to go for when you want to just build up damage consistently. I think Orb has a really nice balance of both damage building and KO options, even though it does kill a little bit late.
So I am curious to see if bamya actually has an orb on deck. Because I'm of the opinion that if you just want a secondary weapon for easy KOs... But a very early stock for bamya. Volcano is not finding a lot of purchase this time. Bamya's just sticking with the gauntlets. The clash turning them around.
We love to see the clashes in neutral. They're so good.
But I'm kind of wondering, does bamya actually have a decent orb on deck? Because if you're not playing orb around
a bit of a decent orb at the start, but
yeah, but if
you
you
haven't seen much sense.
If you're playing orb just for sidelight Sarah and KO confirms, then you're essentially just playing diet sword, because what makes orb more stand out is how you can chain Nair into a lot of different things. And that's kind of something I'm gonna watch out for. Beautiful Ensig to catch the dodge.
Look at Volcano's health, already in the red. We haven't been mentioning it, but Bamya has just been building up damage with those gauntlets, and that recovery is gonna kill. Volcano already a full stock behind Bamya. Just layering on the pressure. Both them whiffing a little bit.
Okay, Volcano slowly starting to get damage up, but he hasn't found any big reads yet. Okay, there's a dodge. Double Nair doesn't get a recovery as Bamya got their dodge back just in time. Doesn't get a ground point. This is a really dangerous situation as Bamya has the gauntlets in hand, going for an edge guard.
It's crazy how we're seeing Bamya just switch up their playstyle so quickly when they're going against a new player. Like how much more aggressive they are this time. Just because they know how aggressive Volcano is going to be. Just not letting Volcano have any chances to breathe. And that is almost going to take the stock already. Not quite.
Bamya
already getting Volcano into the orange.
Oh, that is a really big missed punish opportunity from Bamya if you have gauntlets like that and they're in an orange. Okay, Bamya.
And look at this orb. You know, we were mentioning if this orb is going to be good or not. We're not quite seeing enough of it to say yet, but I think it is going to be. Seeing it as how they were playing with it. The Volcano getting some nice scythe hits, trying to go deep off stage, but Bamya not going to let them. Going deep off stage themselves, that recovery is going to descend pretty high, and the second recovery is going to KO. Very, very nice first game from Bamya. Volcano just looks to be lacking a little bit of that juice that they were seeing in that first match that they had with us. We're going to Small Worlds.
Bamya won that pretty convincingly, but I feel like they were playing gauntlets. They weren't playing Petra. They were just playing gauntlets with high strength, which worked in their favor, but there hasn't been a lot to analyze about how they're like utilizing Petra 6 or how they play the orb into Volcano. Again, they pick up the gauntlets as the first weapon in the second game, so there again isn't really orb to analyze.
For Bamya, the later that Volcano sees their orb, their signatures, all of that stuff, the better it's going to be for them because they have all those things in their pockets.
Yeah, like it's not going to be something Volcano has seen yet in this set, so they're going to have to adapt on the spot better than it's something that they know out of experience.
We're starting to see it a little bit with that Ensig. But let's see if Bamya is going to start utilizing a little bit more. And Petra has some very confusing SIGs. I think people have pretty much figured out down SIG at this point, seeing it's just been a good few years since Petra's released. That side air is going to send off of the stage and get the KO. Volcano getting Bamya to the red, but it doesn't look very convincing. Bamya just getting hit after hit after hit. That D-Light into recovery is going to do it. Very important to add that it was a GCD light. If it was on stage, I'm pretty sure that is not true anymore.
On stage, D-Light into recovery using a J's dodge. I think it's 1 frame. I think it's guaranteed if you catch someone's dodge.
Yep.
But because the jump takes a little bit more time than to execute, you get like 2 extra frames of dodge window in between there instead of it being true.
Look at Volcano getting some nice
on that side for the dodge
actually behind,
caught.
but now going off stage, trying to get some nice
That's a dodge.
damage in and getting it. Now on the orb to try to get the kill confirms. That Sarah's gonna be big. Orb is scary when you're here. They have so many options with this weapon to get KOs from a lot of different positions. That is going to be one of them. Are they gonna keep it?
I'm assuming not, because they've constantly just been going for dodge
No.
reads on that gauntlet, and then when they pick up orb, it's like, okay, I can mash 6, I can mash Nair, I can mash recovery and Sarah. You have so many options on orb that either lead into an option to get the KO or just KO the opponent outright. So even if you're not an orb specialist, it is still really safe to just play it.
Very
and go for
nice
those options.
hits. Throwing the orb
Throws
away,
away
just,
their
I
own
don't
weapon.
even want it.
Yeah, no, he is
Absolutely.
allergic to that.
He is allergic to orb when Volcano is not in the red already. And what a nice dodge, by the way, to dodge that weapon throw. And Volcano looking for that side light to kill.
I think he still makes that due to having gauntlets
Yep,
there.
just
Yeah, avoids the ground
about
pound.
that recovery is gonna kill. But Volcano KO'd so late there, they were already in the orange. Bamya just needs to go onto the orb here to take Volcano out. That was a very scary position from both players there. Either one of them could have turned that into a KO, but they played it safe. And Bamya, oh, that side air. Volcano
Yeah,
just
no,
can't
just
make it
there.
back, and that's gonna be game 2.
So, I have gotten like a lot of info on Bamya's orb. Bamya's a really good orb, but I'm not trying by any means to be insulting, but this is just analysis. It is a really baseline orb in the sense that they're just doing side lights there, hitting the top whenever they need to. But you clearly see the lean towards develop so much more for damage build up.
Yeah.
So we're only seeing like a half because the orb has surprisingly much output, but we don't see that from Bamya because he's simply better on the gauntlets. He's more at the gauntlets, and
And
if he just does better on those,
Bamya,
I cannot fault him for throwing orb away.
yeah, like what point does he have to go onto the orb if
Exactly.
gauntlets are working so well?
Like you would just be limiting yourself by giving yourself an option that you're worse.
We are
He's
seeing
doing
here,
exactly
I
what I
think
was
it
gonna say.
was-
So
I think
why
it
are
was
you
more
giving yourself
for a
orb
weapon
there?
starve here? But maybe they're looking to just kind of mix up Volcano, seeing as they have seen this a lot less. But, you know, you were saying that Bamya's orb is quite baseline. I'm gonna start to disagree with you here, seeing as
Oh,
how
wait,
they're
triple
playing
Sarah?
this now.
Triple
They
Sarah's
look
crazy. And
very experienced. I'm
get the N-Light
very
there.
surprised by that neutral interaction. Neither of them going
That-
for an N-Light there.
Okay, dodges that, gets that
That's
N-Light,
big.
avoids the D-Light Sarah. Volcano didn't
Dodge
hit it
down,
through in that
leads into
scenario.
recovery.
Ooh, oh!
Both these players
Nair
are so close
interrupting
to
the
getting
NC
KO'd.
coming out from Volcano's Vortex Scythe. And now Bamya trying to make it back on the stage, avoids that.
Bamya is just
Okay,
soul
what
reading
is a dodge?
Volcano with these dodges. It is crazy. But
Oh, dodges down. Yeah,
going for
that's
the
gonna get you caught.
down dodge twice in a row, that is not going to be good enough against someone like Volcano. But that Sarah's going to get the KO right back.
This is extremely even. I think you were right about the thing where you mentioned that Bamya is gonna start showing that orb more and more over the course of this set. As Volcano is starting to adapt more to that gauntlet, so starting to get a read on Bamya. They're gonna need to do more different things, including swap to their secondary weapon that they have used the least in this set.
Remember, if Bamya wins this game, they win the set. Hands
Yeah, and that's
down.
just 3-0 and a
So-
handshake.
Yep. So, it makes a lot of sense for Bamya to just do a lot more risky maneuvers
Oh!
here. That is going to be an example of one of these risky maneuvers that Bamya's going to go for, and it's going to pay off greatly with that recovery, KOing off the top.
I just love bamya letting themselves get hit, then dodging in the right time, getting the recovery for the chase dodge, and then being in an advantage state considering Volcano had to waste other options to come back to stage and had no choice but to land into the dead zone of bamya's Gauntlet's recovery, netting them the KO, but Volcano fighting right back.
Bamya has been showing, I think they're a little bit stressed now, and they're just going over and over again for that down dodge off of Gauntlet's sidelight. And I think Volcano's starting to catch on, and I think we're going to start to see a lot more of a big punish coming off them.
I think that oh, didn't go for dare off the wall that would have hit Volcano. Instead going the double recovery going down there. Oh, Bamya holding stage control here, trying to go for an edge guard. Volcano just goes in, fights him off, says, nah, get out of here, and just hits them. Sidelights are coming through, Volcano disarmed. Last stock, potential tournament stock for Volcano. Bamya, no DC coming out, Nair coming through, doesn't set up for a recovery or Sair. Volcano picking up the scythe of spawn.
If I'm Volcano here, I'm just going to look out for any of those Sairs
or
Sigs. As I was going to say, they do them both, and that is going to be a 3-0 from Bamya.